Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. For those who are new, I welcome you here. We are going to do kind of a new little video that I was thinking we could do. What I want to do is show you how I can create different looks from a palette, but take different looks and make it into kind of an everyday wearing palette. For example, I'm going to take this Natasha Denona Lila palette or Lila palette today. And if you look inside of the palette itself, it looks really colorful. It looks a little scary and it doesn't look everyday, right? When I think of everyday, I think of neutrals, browns, those types of things, maybe mauves. But this right here is actually something that you can wear every day. I just wanted to kind of show you how I do that. And yes, there may be a pop of color here or there within a look or two, but I still feel like it's pretty wearable if you want to wear it out to the grocery store, or maybe even one of the, a couple of looks for work. You could totally rock it. So let me know what you think about this particular video. It's new and I just thought it'd be fun to do. I want to first thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to do so if you want to see more videos from me. I just want to say thank you so much for being here, one, and two, thank you guys for all your comments and likes and all those who subscribe. It just means so much to me and it really helps me here on my channel, and y'all don't know how much it means to me, so thank you so much. Okay, let's go ahead and get into these looks. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first eye look. This is the palette we're going to use. We're using the Lila palette by Natasha Denona. Like I said, this is a very colorful palette, you guys. So we're going to go in and make it work for every day. I already have an eyeshadow base down. I've been trying out this eye primer from Air Atelier. It's called Beauty and Irided. Kind of cute. Yeah, they sent this over for me to give a go, and so far so good. So I'm just trying it out. First off, now I can only use this palette. We're gonna go in with a matte shade here. So this is kind of a medium matte. Now I'm going in really lightly. I'm going to kind of tap off my excess, and then I'm just gonna go in here and just go in the crease and deepen up the outer V here ever so slightly. Y'all, I'm not a makeup artist, so just FYI, but my trick is to just go in simple and easy, tap off excess, and then keep going in to build it up. That way you're not overdoing it, if that makes sense. So I've really just diffused that color out, and it's a really pretty, just natural shadow to the eye, and you could totally wear this on its own, that could be my first look. No, we're gonna use a little bit more. I'm gonna do this side and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I turned down a light on this side because like it was a little bright, but can you see it? This is a great, just easy everyday anyway. This could be look one, but like I said, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so going in with the next shade. The next shade we're gonna use is this shade here, right here. Can you see? And we're gonna put that on the lid. I always like to do that, and then now this shade in the pan looks super bold and not even neutral, but look at it how it applies to the eye. It's almost this coppery effect, and it's fun to play with these shimmers so that you can see how well they apply, and then you just blend it out right here. Now I'm just going back in with this brush here. This was a Sonia G Blender Pro brush. Yep. And then this is a Builder Pro brush by Sonia G as well. And do the other side. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my eyes with this shade. This is almost a red burgundy, but as an eyeliner it will look really nice, and it will make my eye color pop too, because the color itself is just so bold and bright, but it won't look that way. Let me show you. And then I'm going to take it underneath too. Now you notice when I took it underneath, I didn't go back in the pan. I just took what was left, really. And then this up here, all I did was press like this. And you can just use, it's just more so a smudger brush. So that's all I used to just smudge the line. And then you can tell that it looks very easy, very wearable. But in the pan itself, it kind of looks a little scary, that shade there. It kind of does. But I'm going to put mascara on and this will finish the look. All right, so this is the first look with the Lila palette by Natasha Denona. Now I used this shade here, I used this shade here, and I used this shade here. So 3 shades within this particular eyeshadow. Okay, the first look is complete. I took it off and now we're gonna go in with a second look. We're gonna try something fun and maybe a little bit more bold, but not too bold. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna start off with this shimmer shade right here. See the color? I'm going in kind of with a blender brush and I'm gonna blend this in my crease. I feel like this palette, when you look at it, it looks scary, in all honesty. Even, it's a little intimidating. But as you start to play with the shadows, they're really pretty neutral in a lot of ways. For example, this shadow here, that looks dark. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but doesn't that look dark? For me, that looks like a dark shade for every day, personally. But I'm just playing around with it and starting to kind of go into the crease and on the outer corner, and it's actually really pretty. What do y'all think? Do the other eye now. All right, so that is that shade in the outer corner, as well as kind of smoked in just a bit. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go in with this purple shade and go over that shade. So this is the one I used, and then going in here and just getting that on my brush, and then I'm packing it in the brush. So all of that right there would have gotten underneath my eye, but I'm packing it in so that it's not too much. So now I'm just gonna take it and build it kind of on the outer and on top of that other shade. So it doesn't look too much, if that makes sense, but it's gorgeous. I'm just taking that first brush and then blending. So there's no harsh lines. So you have a little bit of color there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this shade here. It's bold, it's gonna be bold, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that and put it as an eyeliner. With the super bold shades, it's kind of fun to take it as more of an eyeliner. That way you can play with it in more of a muted way, if that makes sense. So I'm just taking it along the lash line here. Very easy. See? Super light. I did the same thing with this color. So this color is like, whoa. But I just put it into the brush and then I just kind of smudge it along the lash line. We're not gonna stop there. I'm gonna keep it like that for right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this shade here. It's this kind of coppery color here. And just to give a bit of contrast, I'm just gonna pick it up, wipe the excess on my hands, and then go in very lightly on the inner and blend it to the shade that I have here. It blends these colors together in a fun way to where you don't have like a pop of color here and a pop of color here and a pop of color there, if that makes sense. And I feel like the orangey coppery shade is a bit neutral in itself, so it makes these blend right in. So you notice I'm not really worried about the eyeliner or anything that I had used. It has blended into all the other colors that I used, and I like that. I'm going in with the first brush I used, and I'm just blending it all out now. I feel like the key to using colors to make them wearable for every day is to not, less is more, and blend. Blend, you know? All right, let me add some mascara and I'll be right back. Is this one a bit more bold? Yes, but it's also more diffused and more kind of blown out and less all one color, and it's blended. I feel like with this is something that you could wear every day. I feel like this isn't too bold for, you know, the grocery store or even necessarily wearing to work. I think you could definitely pull something like this off for work. I think it also depends what your work is. What do you think about this one? Y'all have to let me know what your favorite look is. Okay guys, this is the third and final look. We are going to do something kind of fun, but still wearable. I'm gonna have a lot of brushes to clean after this, but it's all good. It's so much fun. I'm going in with this shade all over the lid. So I'm picking it up. It's a gray toned kind of purpley shade. Packing it in. Look at all that, guys. I would have gotten that everywhere. Packing that into my brush. And I'm just going in all over the lid. This is such a good matte shade all over the lid. You could leave it like this, but we're gonna go in with another color. We're gonna go in with this shade here. And it's gonna look a little different because it's a duochrome where it reflects in different light. But I'm just taking my finger here and I'm just gonna go in on the bottom. So can you see how it's reflective in the different light? So I'm going in and just patting that in so that you can only see it right here, because I don't want it to be all over the eye. I want it to be special, like on the lid. That way gives it this almost like a fun variation, but it's not too much. Definitely not too much. I'm taking the same duochrome shade. I am going to put it under my eye here, but very gently and very lightly. Just so, kind of gives it just a little like pop, but not too much. When I put mascara on, you'll see kind of the pop happen a little bit more. Be right back. So this is this eyeshadow look. Really trying to do 3 looks, 1 palette, but trying to make them a little bit more wearable in a sense, if that makes sense. I don't know, for the everyday kind of run to the grocery store, maybe wear to work, something like that. I feel like I really wanted to show how I can make a palette like this work 3 different ways. Kind of an everyday person like me. I hope this is helpful for y'all. I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I really, every comment, every like, every subscriber, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I hope that this was helpful. Like I said, let me know which look was your favorite, and I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.